Welcome to the Demand Access Write Your Own Destiny show. I am your host, Will Leviton. Here is where you find your keys to be successful, your keys to be the best, and your keys to achieve anything that you want. Today's special guest we have is Providence point guard David Duke, homegrown. Let's get it. My best friend, someone I grew up with, Providence College, the very own David Duke.
Yes, sir.
What's up, man? How you doing, man? How's everything?
It's good, bro. Just trying to stay safe, stay inside, Still trying to put my work in, though. Just trying to find time to stay active.
Okay.
Stay healthy.
That's okay. So we're gonna just dive right in. So who is David Duke? Not the basketball player, like inside. Who is David Duke?
I'm just somebody that got big dreams, basketball wise and just in life. You feel me? Everything I do, I just try to put 100% in it. The end goal is just to be successful. Change the way that I'm living, my family's life. And then obviously once I get to a certain point, start to use my platform to help others and stuff like that. Inspire the youth.
Okay. So growing up, was basketball your only sport?
Nah, I played a whole bunch of sports. I played soccer was my first sport actually, and then I started playing basketball when I was about 10. I played soccer though up until like high school. I played 1 year baseball. Then I played football starting in middle school for a few years, and then I stopped in high school. And then I ran track like 2 years, and that was it in middle school.
So what geared you to like just focus only on basketball?
I think once I started when I was in about ninth grade, 10th grade, that was when I was like playing multiple sports at the same time, soccer and basketball or football and basketball, whatever. And I just started to like lose interest in the other sports, you feel me? And I started to like put more time and effort into basketball. And it was just naturally, it wasn't like I meant to do it, but it's just like I started liking basketball more, you feel me? I started to build that, love for the game. And, I just love sports in general, but basketball, there was just something about it that I couldn't, that was one sport that I knew I couldn't stop playing. So I gave up the other ones and just decided that, it was time to focus in on one thing that, that I felt like I could possibly do something with. So I chose basketball.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, me and David, we went to the same high school. So I actually played with David when I was a senior. David was a sophomore. I'm pretty sure he was a sophomore. Accurate. And so he was playing varsity, and I always saw there was something special in you. And I know other people, it was like you would show your flashes. But to me, when I was playing against you in practices and in games, I always knew, like, listen, David Duke, like, he's going to be something with this. For you, what game was it, if you could remember, that you just knew, like, all right, this is it. Like, I'm going to be a Division I basketball player. Basketball's for me. I'm the best at it.
I didn't feel that way until my junior year.
Okay.
And it wasn't even up until the last like the end of that season in the championship, the division championship game. That was real deal. Like the game that I was like, all right, yeah, like I could probably do something with this. But before then, like I was just playing, just for the fun and obviously like trying to win, being a competitor naturally, but I wasn't looking at it as like, yeah, like this is what I'm gonna do in my life. Like basketball is what I was born for. Stuff. I wasn't thinking that way for real. Like I was just, playing just because I liked the game. But after that game, that was when I got my first offer, and being on that stage and then performing like the way I did in that game, I think it just gave me like a little bit more confidence You
Definitely.
feel me? And then, getting the couple schools that called after the game, and it just became like surreal. Like I was just seeing other kids like getting offers probably like since they freshman year and stuff, and here's
Yeah.
my junior year, my whole junior year, and I didn't have an offer. So it was just like, yeah, maybe I'm not gonna play, Division One. But then after that, everything changed, and I was just like, all right, let me just start to take this serious because now I know that at least people see some potential in me.
Definitely, your junior year, and I was paying attention. It really just took off, and then your senior, you transferred to Cushing Academy,
I
and you
transferred after that, after
oh, you
that
tra-
junior year.
oh, after your junior year. Okay, so you
Yeah.
transfer, you get there, you're playing with good players, and then you just start growing and growing and growing. Like, how were you able to like deal with that pressure?
Yeah. I mean, in high school, I didn't really feel too much of a pressure. It was just like I was still learning. Going into that new environment, it I didn't know what to expect. I knew that I had put in the work, to get there, but I didn't know if I necessarily was ready from the jump. So,
Hmm.
I was just going in there just trying to see how everything was and just adapt to my new environment. But after, I got settled in and stuff, my roommate, is probably like my best friend to this day, or one of my best friends, with Bishop Beatty. He
Yeah.
plays at Virginia Tech, and
Hmm.
he was a part of the AAU team that I had joined the summer before going to Cushing. So, I had knew him a little bit. I knew a couple other kids that played for our AAU team, and they were older than me though, so I was like the young bull, going over
Yeah.
there from our team, and but they took me under their wing. They showed me how to work hard, how to work consistently, also work smart. You don't always just gotta go in and just overdo it. Trying to
Yeah.
be smart,
Hmm.
working on aspects of your game. That is necessary for you to become a better player. So that was one thing that I think they definitely instilled in me. Hard work and getting better every day. That was our team motto. It was just get better every day, even if it's a little bit here or a lot. All the little increments of getting better each day is going to build up to the end of the season. And that my junior year, right after I transferred from Clarksville to Cushing, that season at Cushing, I think we went like 22 and like 3, and it was just that same motto after every game. No matter if we win or lose, it was just get better every day.
Hmm.
So um, I think that's what made us have such a great season, and we ended up winning that championship as well,
Hmm.
NEPSAC championship. So, and then from there, that whole season, my life just started to change. Really, like I started getting more offers,
Yeah.
um, started getting more on the scene. I got my ESPN ring. Then that was when things just started to take off for me. Um, I guess I could say there was pressure that came with it, but I
Hmm.
mean, it wasn't unwanted. I knew
Yeah.
that being in that position, it would come with that, and I wouldn't want it really any other way. Um, some people they don't really like the pressure, or it leads them to make bad decisions or stuff like that. But I think God blessed me with a good head on my shoulders. Good
That's
parents
right.
that raised me. You
Yeah.
feel me? So uh, I think for me, it just kept me on the right path instead of forcing me to go down the wrong path. And I think um, I just credit God for that, for real, like
Yeah.
for making me who I am. So
Yeah. I mean, yeah, big inspiration to all the young ones in Rhode Island, and I know you're a big inspiration around the world. People are paying attention. You play for Providence College, Big East, so people are paying attention. And for the kids that are watching you that have the same dreams that you had, and you're doing it, what would you tell them? Like, if you could give them a couple advice or some tips, how would you tell them to like structure their life better?
um, I would say don't be afraid to be different. Don't be scared to be great. Uh, there's a lot of kids that say they want to get to the league, play professional basketball, play college basketball, get a scholarship, stuff like that. But they might be scared to be a little different, do things that their friends don't want to do. Waking up early, going to the gym or going for a run or putting in extra work at night or something like that, or going to do just one-on-one workouts with, somebody, stuff like that. Like they
Mhm.
might, not want to do that because maybe their friends don't want to do it. So they feel pressured to not do it. But, you kind of got to step out of your comfort zone a little bit, push
Yeah.
yourself. And it's just working consistently, working hard, but also be like working smart, understanding, be able to tell yourself what you're good at, what you're not good at. Don't just think, oh, I'm good at everything. It's good to have confidence, but you also gotta, be real with yourself. What you're good at, what you're not good at, and know what you got to do in your workouts, to get better and get better each day. So that's the biggest thing. And like I said, don't be scared to be great. Don't be scared to go 100% and like dedicate your whole life to what you want to do. And I understand like there's that fear of failure. You don't want to put everything you have into something and not achieve it. But it's a better feeling to put in all the work and maybe you don't get it, but at least knowing that you tried is way better than having that feeling of regret, wishing like, damn, like I wish I would have did this. I wish I would have did that. And that's the only thing that really keeps me going. It's like don't don't leave anything on the table because then you're gonna have that feeling of regret, and that's the worst feeling. So you can't
That's
get
right.
that time back.
Definitely right about that. The feeling of regret's very painful, and you usually experience it later in your life. But
Exactly. Exactly.
so now you graduate Cushing Academy. Yeah, you pick PC as your school, and now you're incoming freshman. Like, what was your mindset? Come,
Uh, I would say I knew it was gonna be, it wasn't gonna be easy at all. I thought I was just gonna come in and, you know, play my role.
yeah.
Being a freshman, you don't really know nothing. So it's just everything's a whole learning experience. You got guys that's older than you, smarter than you. So it
Mm-hmm.
was just like you just got to sit back and just watch everybody else, or learn from them because they went through what you went through. Be a sponge for real. And
You came in as a starter.
I did, but going in, I wasn't. That wasn't the plan. Coach didn't
Yeah.
tell me, "Oh, you're gonna start if you
Yeah.
come in," stuff like that. It was like I went in. I paid. I did what I had to do.
Mm-hmm.
I worked real hard,
Yeah.
and I just did what the coach asked. I got that position, that starting position, but it wasn't. I wouldn't say it was the easiest thing. It wasn't all fun and games. It was
Yeah.
real.
Nah, I feel you.
It was real hard. And being a freshman, and the way I came in, there was a lot of talk and hype, this and that. Built up pressure. So it's just like there's a lot of expectations from a lot of people,
Yeah.
and when you don't live up to their expectations, then it's like they kind of look at you like maybe you're not all that they thought it was. So it's like a whole bunch of talk, and then
Yeah.
but you kind of got to be mentally strong and kind of have
Definitely.
got to have thick skin to not listen to all that stuff and just be you. And that's what I did. I went through what I went through, and I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful
Yeah.
that I was thrown in the fire because it really just made me who I am. Put that chip on my shoulder and made me understand what I needed to do to be great. I made my
Yeah.
mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes, and I just learned from it. It's not like I took a loss. It's just a learning lesson. So, this year I just came back in with that chip, and I think I proved myself that I can be who I want to be. But I know that I
Mm-hmm.
still got a long way to go. So,
Definitely. Oh, you want come closer to the camera a little bit because that's the shadow. There you go. There you go. Now we get to
yeah,
see it's the David Duke
for
right
sure,
here. But
for sure.
yeah, I like what you said. Like the next day, the next year, you definitely had that chip in your shoulder and you improved, and we saw
Yeah,
that you improved. Could you speak on like some of the things that you did better your sophomore season, better than your freshman season?
yeah. So, I over the summer going into my sophomore year, I uh, my main focus was to become a more of a threat at shooting.
Mm-hmm.
It was like that just opens up the game so much more for you
Yeah.
if you can, become a threat, consistently knock down a, 3-point shot or stuff like that, shots off the dribble. And I knew that, I was good, slasher, attacking the basket. getting in, kicking out, making plays. But you know, when you take away, when you're able to, have the defense take away certain things from you, and obviously my shooting wasn't the best my freshman year, so they just would probably back off or sag in, and it'd
Yeah.
be hard for me to attack. So
Uh-huh.
I could knock down a 3 point shot, but it wasn't, consistent. So, that summer I was like, I'm gonna work on my shot, open up the game for me. So then now it's like I'm more of a threat. I can slash. If they take that away, then I can step back and shoot the 3 point shot. And I think, me realizing that and being able to come to that realization that, I'm not the best shooter, and that's why, they're playing me a certain way. That made me better. And the only way I was able to recognize that was just watching film,
Yeah.
reading the stats, the numbers don't lie. So, I was shooting probably like 29%, 30% from three my freshman year. And then I came back my sophomore year and I was shooting 50% for half the season. Then I ended the season shooting 42%.
That's
And
real
I mean,
good.
that was like almost double what I was shooting before,
Yeah.
and then, I increased all my other assists because now they're pressing up because I'm shooting a shot. Now
Uh-huh.
I'm going in, kicking out, and now it's creating for other players and stuff too. So making yourself better also makes your teammates better. Now they getting open shots and stuff like that. And that was just, but that was one thing that I had focused on in the summer, and I had put in the work in for it, working out all the time, and I understood it wasn't gonna happen overnight.
Yeah.
Going in every single day, you gotta have a purpose when you go in the gym, and understanding that it's gonna gradually happen, not right away. So just having that patience, and I think I dedicated myself to what I wanted to do that summer, and I think I did a good job. And the plan for this summer is the same thing, but
That's
probably
right.
expanding another part of my game.
Uh-huh.
Now you maximize your strengths, but also work on stuff you're not good at, to keep getting better. So.
And like for those kids that are going into their freshman year, like do you believe like having those like what fundamental tools do you think you need to have like sharp before you go into like your
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say there's a specific skill that you need
yeah. Mm-hmm.
for college. The biggest thing I would say for college basketball that you need is IQ. There's guys that now it's say you were the say you were one of the bigger, stronger, faster kids in high school playing against, other kids that probably weren't as big, strong, and fast as you. You can just get away with using your athletic ability to, dominate. But now it's like in college, you playing against kids that's just as strong, fast, big as you, and you got to find a way to make it work. So now you got to think the game, understand different reads, reactions, and the only way that you really build your basketball IQ is just watching basketball and really watching it though, not just looking at it for entertainment, but like really studying the game, understanding, reading like the defenses, stuff like that. That's only gonna make you better.
That's good, man. That's real. That's real talk right there.
Hmm.
So besides basketball, so now we know you're the point guard, 2 years in, junior year, you're gonna put in work. What are some other things that you love to do? Like, because I see that you be dancing, and I noticed that after every game, I always knew you was a dancer, but now I feel like you're putting it more on notice that yeah, you like to dance. Because I see after every game you guys won, you guys would dance at the end of the game.
Hmm.
So tell me more about
Yeah.
that.
Nah, yeah, I like to dance. I like to have a good time. You feel me? That started way back though, way back even at class school. I was right with you, right
Yeah,
in the locker
yeah,
room. We was, what I'm
yeah,
saying, turn up after practice or something like that. But yeah, I mean, I like to dance. I just like to have fun. I
yeah.
put in my work. I like to be serious about what I do, but then you know, there's a time to have fun and relax and have stress free. So
Okay.
I like to do my little thing and then.
So who started? I want to know like who started it. Was that like is that the whole team started that? Like what? Like how did that even happen? Because that started to blow
uh
up. Actually, like you guys dancing after every game, it started to get crazy. I was like, oh snap, this is wild.
Nah, yeah. I think it was after the what game was it? Maybe Texas. No, not Texas. The Big East games. I think when we started. the Big East games, because we had started strong in the beginning of the year, and then we like fell off, started losing like a bad losses and stuff
Yeah.
like that,
Okay.
and then we played Florida, we got smacked, and that was the game that really turned the season around though. So then after that, we played Texas. We had beaten Texas. We felt pretty good about ourselves, but we didn't want to get too riled up because we still had to get ourselves out of a little hole. So I don't think we danced after that one. But then we played Georgetown. We beat Georgetown, and then I think we went to Marquette. No, we went to DePaul,
Mhm.
and we beat DePaul by 1 point on a free throw by my teammate Nate. And then that's when we went to the locker room. We started dancing. You feel me, like
Yeah.
whatever, because that was a good win for us, a really big win, and that was our second straight league win. And then we went to Marquette the 2 days after and played them, and then we beat them by 1 point again. And then we
Mhm.
went into the locker room and started turning up, going crazy and dancing, throwing
And
water on coach.
yeah.
But then that became like a habit every time we won, and it was like a celebration. Coach always talking about celebrate success. Um, you want to be serious about what you're doing. Yeah, you want to keep your eyes on the big prize, the main goal by the end of the year. But don't be afraid to celebrate your little success on your way there, because that only gives you motivation. But when you experience that feeling of joy, you want to have that again. So then that motivates you to work hard and then get that feeling back after another win. So um, we just kept dancing after every win, and
Yeah.
it just became a big thing. People started to follow it. Post
Yeah.
about it on like
It
TikTok, and
blow up. It was
it started to
crazy.
go viral. Yeah.
Yeah. So speaking about Coach Cooley, like what kind of coach is he? Is he more like a player's coach? Like when he
hmm
talks to you guys, is he more intimate and personal? Like,
Yeah, he's like a player's coach. He really cares about his players. We're
mhm,
like his kids.
mhm,
He looks out for us in any way possible. Um, he's always there for us. Even off the court specifically. That's what he really cares about. How are we as people off the court? And his goal, from the time that we step foot on Providence College campus to the time we leave, to be a better man. Be ready to enter the real world and stuff like that. So he's always preaching like stuff like that to us, and um, he's gonna demand the best out of each and every one of us. So I think that's the biggest thing that I like about Coach Cooley.
that's what's up. That's what's up. Name one memorable game from your freshman year that you remember. Like that one game your freshman year, right now.
Freshman year, I'll say a memorable game. Probably when we played South Carolina at Mohegan Sun.
That was your coming out. You was going crazy that game.
Yeah, it was a big game though. That was
Yeah.
but the SEC, yeah,
Mhm.
that was a big game for us. And, that gave us a little bit of confidence after that one. And, I think I had played a pretty good game that game, and that was like the first time that my first game my freshman year that I like felt like comfortable in
Yeah.
the game. And from then on, that's when I started to slowly get better.
What about this year?
Uh,
You had a
there was a
lot.
lot of good
I
ones.
know. I know. You was. You was.
Really, every single win, I think
Yeah.
that was for me. That was just every single Big East win. That was just like a big moment, just because, like I said, we were in a hole right before the Big East, and our goal was just to get out of it. And so every win, it just was like another bird, like another weight off the shoulders,
Yeah.
and
You guys was
by the
hot.
end of the year, we were rolling. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
I mean,
I would
fortunately.
say just this whole past year, I think
Yeah.
is just like a highlight in itself. No matter what ups and downs we went through, at the end of the
Mhm.
day, it was a good season, and it was definitely one that I'm not gonna forget.
For sure. I mean, I seen that. that's the great thing about basketball is it really does teach you about life, because that's basketball is like a mirror. I don't know what it is with sports or something. It'd be like a mirror image of what can happen in life. Like you can be
Nah,
in a
yeah, it's a
hole,
lot of life
you could
lessons for
you
sure.
can be in a hole, and then next thing you know, everything just turns around and you're rolling, and then it just stops.
Yeah,
Man, I was so excited for you guys because you guys definitely punched your ticket to the tournament. I'm pretty sure you guys definitely, if
yeah. I mean, we
was
were,
getting there, was
yeah,
getting there, and due to this Corona thing, hope everybody's good, everybody's safe. But you guys was rolling. But I do know that next year, from the way you're talking right now, you're very focused and you're energized and you're staying ready, and that's what's up,
mhm.
man. That's what's up. You definitely have a bright, like your future is like it's anybody's future when they put in the work like have you been doing, like it's just as bright as it can be. And just thank you for just like you're just motivating. You motivate me. I'm like, yo, this guy you came the next year and you're doing what you have to do, and you're having fun, and you're serious when you need to be serious, and you're locked in, and
No, for sure.
just keep doing what you're doing. So
I appreciate that, bro.
I got a couple questions left. You're watching Netflix, right? Have you been
Yeah.
watching Netflix? What are you binge watching right now? It's
Uh, Black Lightning, that's
okay.
for sure.
Okay.
Uh, what else? I was watching Ozark. I
Mm-hmm.
just started up.
Okay.
I don't watch a lot, so I mean, right now I'm just looking for new shows.
Okay. So
To be honest,
what about music? Like who are you listening to like right now? Like whose album that have you been like just banging to it?
uh, I listen to a lot of people, man. I listen to Lil Baby.
Mm-hmm.
I listen to Meek. I listen to Roddy Rich.
Okay.
I listen to my brother D Gomes.
Okay. That's right. Shout out to D Gomes,
Um,
man.
I listen to I don't know. There's a bunch of people, bro. Like
Nah, I feel you. Nah.
I don't like just listen to a couple artists. Like if it's a song and I like it, like I like it. It's not. It don't matter
Nah.
who it's by for real. You
Nah, I
know,
feel
it
you.
can be
We ain't gonna
anybody.
make it
So
that tough on you.
yeah, but nah, like those artists would be, you feel me, the ones that come to mind off the bat.
If you had one last thing you could say to everybody watching right now, what would you say?
Right now, in this quarantine stuff, don't try to stay active. You know,
Mm-hmm.
don't stay in the house all day. You can get out, go for a walk. Um, be safe though at the same time. Wear your mask in public and stuff like that. Try to keep you and your family safe. But just stay active, because at the end of the day, the more active you are, the healthier you are.
Mm-hmm.
The stronger your immune system becomes, and that's a way to try to prevent yourself from getting sick. So just stay active. Try to do things to occupy yourself. Keep your mind right. Stay sane, and use this time to get better. You can start game planning for when obviously things start opening back up, when life becomes as it was before. Use this time to game plan to what you want to do when that time comes, so that you can, when that time does come, you can just hit the ground rolling, and um, just live life as if this never even happened. So that's what I'm doing right now, just trying to stay active and trying to stay in shape and stuff, so that I can have a little advantage over those other players I'm going to be playing against that probably didn't use this time to take advantage. So uh, you're just trying to stay disciplined.
That's right, man. Well, thank you guys for watching. This is David Duke,
Yes,
Providence
sir.
Finest, homegrown, doing this thing. God bless you, bro. Thank you for coming on this show. Thank you for inspiring. Keep inspiring. Keep
No doubt, for
growing.
sure.
Just conquer all your goals and demand access, bro. Thank you for coming, man. Make sure
Yes,
everybody subscribe, though. Everybody got to subscribe to this. Subscribe
subscribe
to
to
this
this, man,
video, man.
for
And
sure.
let's keep going, man. Thank you, bro.
Yeah. All right, bro.
All right, man.